to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head is me and you. Both speeding, my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you.
Good morning. So it's a lovely morning here in Crete. Today we've got something a little bit different. We've booked a Jeep safari, so we're being picked up very shortly, and we're going to take you guys along with us for the ride. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, click that little like button, and join us today. As I said, it's a nice day, seas are calm, sun's out, so let's go.
Trouble finding you. I've been here once about 7 years ago, so we're going to go up to the mountains to a place called the Shepherd's Retreat, where you're going to meet a load of goats. You're going to see where they make the goat's cheese, and you're going to try some goat's cheese made from the very goats on the premises there. Later on this afternoon, on the way back down the mountain, we're going to go to a village called Krasi. And inside this village there is the biggest and oldest plane tree in the whole of Europe. The tree is over 2,500 years old, and we're taking these 30 of you all linking arms to go around the base of the tree. It is a huge tree. Also in this village there's a natural spring, and the last thing you'll see in the village is a very, very exciting 600-year-old laundry. I see it all filled to bits about. We're going to do some washing today. So that's what we're doing, and at some point during the day we're stopping high in the mountains at a lovely taverna. We're going to have a fantastic barbecued meal with an endless supply of local wine. So that's what we're doing. Now while we're driving around today, if there's anything that you see that you want to know about, or anything about the island of Crete you'd like to know, of course ask me the question. Now for the few basic facts about the island of Crete. Crete is the largest Greek island. It's the 5th largest island in the Mediterranean. It's approximately 270 kilometres from one end to the other, 70 at its widest and 13 at its narrowest point. We have a population of about 650,000. That swells to 800,000 in the summer months, with all the migratory workers working in the bars, tavernas, cafes and hotels. I said we're going to go to a height today about 1,200 metres above sea level. Start off with the wildlife that we hope to see while we're driving around. The stuff on the ground is very boring. The biggest, most dangerous thing we've got is a little scorpion about so big. If that stings you, it will hurt. You haven't got to go to hospital, have injections, anything amputated, anything silly like that. Just rub some antiseptic cream on the swelling will go down after about 2 years, it'll be fine. All of it here. When we get high in the mountains, we can look down and you'll see how big this reservoir is. Like I said, we've got 10 of them on the island, all supplying water to all the towns and villages and cities. And see the village over there? That's the village of Spendino. That's the only village in the valley when this valley was flooded to make the reservoir. Okay, there are about 15 people living in there, all quite elderly. Obviously, they had to be moved out and moved to other places to live, and they were compensated for that, obviously. But you can see how low this is at the moment. You see the colourful buildings at the top of the village. The other ones have still got the paint on them. When we come back up here in April next year, the water level will be right up to there. That's how high it gets. So although we've got lots of water, it does get used. This has dropped down quite a lot, obviously, but it's still got lots in there. So just bear with me. I'm just going to go take a couple of things to show you.
So this is one of 10 reservoirs on the island. Absolutely stunning.
that is?
Sage. Sage?
Yes, spot on. It's wild sage. Wild sage. Maybe you know it as salvia or salvi? Yeah, salvia. Yeah,
Can I
salvia.
get from Sunday dinners?
Now, obviously, they use this a lot in their cooking. They also drink it as a herbal tea. They're big believers of all the medicinal qualities of the herbs on the island. So sage tea is good for anything that upsets your stomach. If you've got indigestion or biliousness, a cup of sage tea will settle your stomach. If you've had a little bit too much to drink the night before and you've got an upset stomach, sage tea will settle it. And also, girls, obviously for a lot later on in your lives, but apparently it's good for hot flushes. So I take a bagful home for my wife every night. Now, we've got a lot of herbs that go wild on the island. You get up early enough to see the ladies out picking the herbs to use. We've got sage, oregano, rosemary, basil, thyme. Now, you've been to Crete or Greece before, you've seen thousands of these by the side of the roads in Crete, Greece. And they're there to mark the site of road accidents. They're either a shrine for somebody who's died in the accident, it's not all bad news, there's sometimes a thanksgiving for somebody who survived. It can be one or the other. And if you look inside, there's always three things: a bottle of olive oil, a candle, and a religious icon. Now, that's if you've died or survived. However, if you've died, there's two more things. One's a photograph of the person who's died, and the other is a soft drink: bottle of water, can of Coke, orange Fanta, something like that. And the drink is there so that the spirit, the ghost of the person who's died, doesn't get thirsty on the way to heaven or hell, whichever way they're going. You know, they're very proud of their island, and they like the idea that we bring people away from the coast up into the mountains to show people like yourselves what they would consider is the real Crete. Oh no. Okay. We're going to be with Daryll all day today, guys. I really apologise about this. Daryll!
Not again.
Stop talking.
Not
Is he
again.
talking a bit? I sell earplugs if you want some.
Right, folks, I know he's talking a lot. He's got an off switch. Smack him on the back of the head, it turns him off. Whatever you do, don't smack him twice, it turns him on.
How do you know that?
Your wife told me last
No,
night.
that's all right then. I wonder where she was. It was taking water from underneath the mountains behind us, okay, from a place called Litos, carrying it in the top there all the way down to the town of Vessonossos, where you're all staying. And that's 22 kilometers in one straight line. At the top there's a big marble channel. It's a meter deep and a meter wide, carrying water all the way down. Fantastic feat of engineering. Just a little bit, not too much. You don't want to spoil it. There you go. Some fresh oregano. Grab a napkin, take a piece of bread. You should get one lots of oil on, okay? There you go. Okay. Guys, go on there if you want to try some more. Yeah. Is that good? It's nice, isn't it? Really good. Simple thing. Now don't drink this yet, okay? Because you're going to do this together, okay? Because there is an etiquette to drinking raki on the island of Crete, okay? I'm going to tell you what that etiquette is right now. So, this is raki. Your Gus is raki, he's made. Now, cheers in Greek is yamas. Okay, so in a moment I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 yamas. First of all, you tap your glass on the table, then you shout yamas back, and then you knock it all back in one go. Now, the tapping on the table is very significant, because the tapping on the table is in remembrance of past drinking partners, people that died, passed away. Okay, so it's a little bit of a remembrance thing. Okay, so you ready? 1, 2, 3, yamas! Yamas! So you want to try a bit of that, help take away the taste of the raki, just put some on some bread, okay? Some fresh bread there. So try it, guys, help yourselves.
Hello, Georgie.
He wants over 500 years old. This isn't that old. This is only about 100 years old, this one. But the principle's the same. Later on this afternoon, I'll show you how they used to use it and how it worked. That's your local spring. The water that's coming out of there is coming directly from underneath the mountains and hills around it. It's fresh, cold, clean mountain water. And just to prove that it's safe to drink, look, cold, fresh, clean mountain water.
So guys, we've stopped off at a little mountain village called Mariano, and we've tried some of the local raki and the local olive oil as well, which is the best in the world. Apparently produces over 5% of the olive oil that's used around the world, and is commonly found in a lot of the high-end Italian olive oil as well, because of the low acidity levels. It's quite interesting. Lovely little village, nicely kept. Right, back to the jeep and on to the next village. It really is hilly, as you can imagine, but we are going right up there, right into the hills, so this should be fun. Let's go. Just stopped off at a viewing point halfway up. Check out this view. That is absolutely remarkable.
Oh, those vultures, guys.
Feels like you're on top of the world.
We're going that way anyway.
You just see the road that we came up on. All the switchbacks. Really bumpy. Definitely worth it. Just stopped off at the shepherd's retreat. Let's go meet some goats. There's lots of them. Very friendly.
Danny was last time.
Yeah.
To get him out, it's mission impossible.
Oh, I know. So, the shepherd's name is Yanni, okay? Now, Yanni comes up here every day in his truck over there. But his father used to be...
So this is the shepherd's retreat.
This is where Yanni's father would sleep. All the way through the summer. It's cool in here, isn't it? That's because the walls are 1/2 metre thick and made from stone. Keeps it nice and cool in the summer, nice and warm in the winter. Barbecue, okay? And in here, wood burning stove, like a pizza oven. Okay? And then, remember I said he pumps water from over there? It's carried in a pipe all the way over here. Good. Running water. Fresh, cold, clean, mountain water, spring water. So he's got everything that he needs. This common pot here is where the cheese is made, okay? So they milk the goats, milk them by hand. They put the goat's milk in big containers like that, bring it down here, pour it in there. Now underneath here is a fire that's controlled from the outside. So this is a two-man operation. One man in here controlling this, another guy outside controlling the temperature of the fire. Now they make two types of cheeses here. One's a soft white cheese, a bit like Parmesan. One's a hard yellow cheese, which is a bit like a very strong, mature cheddar.
Let's go try some of this cheese. Can't wait.
So before you try the racket, guys, here you go, look. This is the softer white cheese up top. My favourite is the yellow one, it's a stronger flavour, but I like very strong cheese, so I prefer that one. So that's nice as well.
Not the yellow one.
And this is all genuinely made in that tub you've seen there. That's where it's made. Now, just one back here. Now, if you tried it earlier on, you didn't like it. It's worth trying.
Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to wonder? I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting, waiting.
The mountains go around the outside. They think they're looking at an extinct volcano. Like I said this morning, this is not a volcanic island. This side of first of all, pushed like the ocean. This one's huge, great big lake. You know, the hundreds of thousands of years, water's drained away through the bottom of the lake. That's why it's so fertile down there. That's why they grow so many crops down there. See all this fields down there, it's like the olive trees. No big landowners, no big companies, no big corporations. All owned by families.
Tell me that you're ready to go. Tell me that you're ready to go.
About a fortnight old, these little baby ones. If that actually, this one baby is only about a week old, this little one here. I know sometimes goats and sheep look very similar. The definitive way to tell the difference between goats and sheep, sheep's tails are always down, goats' tails are always up. When they shear these sheep, they shear them in the spring, they should take all the fur off apart from a very small strip around the rear end. It's called a Brazilian. Look on the right hand side, you see the last city plateau stretched out beside you. Start to get an idea how big this plateau is now. We're going to drive right around the outside to more or less directly opposite. Stop at Taverna and eat. Hey guys, Zorbers. We want to get parked up.
I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting, waiting.
Hi guys, we've just stopped at this lovely little taverna called Zorbos, and we're going to grab something to eat, some local food. Let's go and see what they've got. So we've just had a lovely lunch, large lunch of chicken and pork, potatoes and some other Greek meze, Greek salads, red and white wine, plenty more raki, so we're pretty stuffed, surrounded by this lovely plateau of farmland, we've been told that the taverna grows all of their own products, uses all their own produce. It's really nice. So we've got a few more things in store. Hope you enjoy it.
I'll find this man, see, don't worry. There we go. You still right at the back with your swap? Yeah, you sure? Yeah, okay. Was it working? Oh, there you go.
Yes. So we've arrived at the Cave of Drac. Bit of a hike up the mountain to get there, but the views up the top are meant to be really good, as is the cave. So onwards and upwards. It's always hills when we film. Why do you always bring it to the hills?
You wanted us to.
Yeah, my fault. Onwards. It's not steep, honest. I'll try to sound more convincing. Don't take the donkeys. Do not take donkeys. It's not fair. Yeah, it's a long way up. Very long way up. All that way to go yet. Right to the top. Lovely view of the plateau that we've just driven through. With plantations of fruits and vegetables and mostly potato, we've been told. Great view from up here. Oh, the path's just disappeared. I'm very rocky. Go this way. I think it's this way. It's not very clear. Oh, yeah, it's quite steep.
Two, please. Thank you.
So we're at the cave. Lovely view from up here. It's €6 each to get in, and apparently there's another 200 steps into the cave, which means another 200 steps out. So we're not done yet with the climbing. Let's see if it's all worth it. So this is the cave, birthplace of Zeus. Yeah, it's very cold down here. Handrails are freezing. If I drop the camera, it's because I'm not going to drop myself. I'm holding onto these railings, it's very steep. Still a long way to go down, but it looks spectacular from up here. Back up we go. Just a steep going up as it is coming down. So that's the Cave of Track, birthplace of Zeus. Well worth a visit. I'll just turn the camera off now and make my way up to the top. Well worth the €6 to get in, regardless of if you pay. Come here as part of the tour, you've still got to pay for your entrance on the door. Incidentally, if you're interested in doing this excursion, no guarantee you're going to get Gary, who is a really good driver. So Gary, if you're watching, thank you very much, appreciate it. The link is down below in the description for this excursion, so check it out if you're coming. Well worth the money. Anyway, we've got a long way down. Go down, find the cafe and get a drink, so we'll see you guys at the bottom. Oh, we're back down. Nice little drink. Well needed. Let's sit here for a little while before we make a move on to the next location, so we'll see you on the road.
It's a village of Krasi. Now the word Krasi has two meanings, either wine or long life. In this instance it's long life. That's symbolised by the great big tree you're going to see. It's also another important spot in mythology. It is said this where Zeus and his girlfriend Europa consummated their relationship. And because of that, the tree is imbued with Zeus's fertility. So therefore it will never ever die. Well, it is well over 2,500 years old. And as you see when we get there, still incredibly fit and healthy.
We just stopped off at the little village of Krasi. To take a look around. And show you some of the sights.
This is Krasi's old laundry. These sinks are 600 years old. Front arch is 600 years old. Back arch, built by the Romans, 2,000 years old. Now the way this used to work, see the hole there, you wouldn't put in the hole. And then you want to do the washing, which take the plug out, spring from next door, push the water along the truck and all going back to sinks. They take the plug out back to sinks will fill with water, then the ladies will start washing.
Allez là, je fais photo pour tous. Komm, schauen wir uns mal an, was es hier noch schön ist. Allez, mais fais attention, hein.
That was your last official stop, and all we're doing now is just taking a slow drive back down the rest of the mountain, making our way back to your hotels. That was quite strange, all the way up in the mountains, that being there, okay? It's even stranger when you know, like we do, that the whole thing turned up overnight 6 years ago. One day we drove up here, there was nothing there. The next day we came up, the container and the car had turned up overnight. Guy who owns the land, he claims to know nothing about it whatsoever. The police have checked inside, there's nothing inside the container. It's either modern art or a really good night out on the Raki, one or the other.
Well guys, that's it. Gary's just dropped us off. If you're watching, Gary, thank you again. Brilliant day. lots of information. Got us back nice and safe, which is there is no mean feat with those roads. So thank you again. If you guys are interested in doing that trip, which we highly recommend, as I said earlier, the link will be down below. We're going to sign it off for today. Go and get ourselves a drink and a bite to eat. Get some rest. So, till next time, safe travels. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.